What's up? My logo free?
Rob, can you just kind of, before we look ahead, assess this past week? That was probably as hard a time as you guys have had, moving the football and through the air since you've been here.
Yeah, we just got to make a conscious effort to decide over these next 5 weeks that we're going to get better. And that starts by going to work. And it started today. We had a nice practice, good practice. Guys were locked in. And, that's all you can ask for at this point right now. We got to win. We got to win right now and let everything else, take care of itself. We just got to control what we can control.
Robert, when you say let everything take care of itself, there's so much chatter outside of Redskins Park about what's wrong or what's going on with this team. Number one, how do you shut it out? Number two, what is your reaction to people who say that there's some sort of a fracture between you and your offensive linemen?
First of all, me and my offensive linemen are fine. Just cut that right there. There's no problems there. And then when it comes to just not looking at that outside stuff, it can be hard because, some way or another, somehow things just find their way to being right in front of your eyes. And, it's in moments like these, we always say keep your head up. But right now we have to make sure that we keep our eyes on the prize, keep our head down, away from everything else, and really, focus in on that tunnel vision that you want to have all the time, but it's paramount right now.
These last 5 weeks, what is your goal for these last 5 weeks?
Win.
Robert, I don't know if you saw the comments by Ahmad Brooks after the game saying that you shouldn't be playing right now. Do you have a response to that?
I do not. I appreciate his compassion, and they're really good defense. They played extremely well. I know their coach was excited about that, and we didn't play well, and we will play better.
So you said that you have trouble with distractions and everything, even though you try to block them out. Is that
I did
what?
Not say that, but
No, you said that sometimes they end up right in front of your face. Is that because you have to go on the internet and then you see stuff about you, or how do those things end up in front of your face?
Just one way or another. I didn't say that though, by the way, just to clarify that. No, I said somehow, some way, sometimes things find their ways to right in front of your eyes, but I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to go through that and tell you guys how that stuff happens. Sometimes it happens.
I know I asked you this earlier this year, and you didn't think it was a major factor, but Mike and Kyle have both said it a lot in recent weeks that the lack of the off-season program is still really affecting your development. Do you believe that to be true now more than ever, or is that still not your thought process?
I think off-season definitely helps, but I don't use those excuses, and I won't use that excuse. So that's for me personally. As far as the coaches are concerned, if that's how they feel, then I can't combat that. But for me personally, I won't use that as an excuse.
In addition to obviously you want to win these last 5 weeks, but obviously with the playoffs out of reach, do you see it also as a chance to fine-tune and develop your game and take it to a new dimension, so to speak?
Yeah, these next 5 weeks, our goal is to win, period. That's all that matters right now.
After the game, your father was in the locker room. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people have been talking about that. What was your assessment of what played out there and why he came into the locker room?
I don't know what all has been said. I just know it hasn't all been positive. My dad came to check on me. He came to check on me to make sure I wasn't injured. Mom was upset. He wanted to, do his fatherly duties and step in there and see if I was okay. That's all I can say.
Were you surprised at all that he was in the locker room? I'm sure it's not that common that we see a parent in the locker room, even doing those fatherly duties.
Yeah, family members sometimes come in the locker room. I'm not going to say whose family members are in the locker room. It's just he showed up. I was so shocked that he was there, but he meant no harm. And anybody out there that's going after my dad needs to back up. That is my father. I will protect my family. And, he served 21 years in the military. I know that's not an excuse for anything that he does. But he's not overstepping any bounds. So I respect that. I hope that people respect that and will back off. What did you tell him? My dad, when he came in there, he asked me if I was okay. I said, yeah, I'm all right. And then me and him just talked. And then, that was it.
Rob, what was he concerned about? What did he see that made him think that you were hurt?
Just taking a couple shots. Obviously, I got kicked, in the gonads. They want to see if I was okay there. And come on, Tommy. That's an acceptable word. That's politically correct, right? I mean, so he was just checking on that, and it's more so just my mom was, no mom wants to see her kid out there, getting hit at all. So like I said, it was just him being a father, my mom being a mother, and there's no problem in that.
Robert, there's also a lot of talk out there about how, I guess in this game and some others, that your offensive linemen aren't picking you up after sacks. Do you pay attention to that?
I don't. And like I said earlier, there's no fracture between me and my offensive linemen. Love those guys.
So it's good to know. It's good to know there'll be a Griffin IV. Then
There will be a Griffin IV. There will be. There will be.
But at Baylor, I'm sure you didn't have to go through all of this. Does it boggle your mind that we are talking some football, and the rest is all the other stuff? How frustrating, how painful is that to have to deal with this other stuff?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We're not up here talking football a lot of the time, and like I said, it's unfortunate. Some will say it comes with the spotlight. I don't know. I don't know what it is. All I know is these next 5 weeks we're concentrated on winning. That's what I'm focused on, and I know the guys in that locker room are focused on that too.
Robert, I know you have those next 5 weeks to think about, but you did talk about the off-season training program, things you have to do to get better, having a full season healthy in the off season. Do you have a plan in place already for what you want to do when that time comes?
No, I don't, because I'm not thinking about the off season right now. I think once you start doing that, you've officially given up, and you probably shouldn't step on that field. So my focus right now is Giants, and that's all I got.
When that time does come, though, are there things that even now you look at and say, okay, I know this area I need to get better, that area I need to get better, and will be a focus in a couple months?
There's always things you can work on, but that'll be between me, the coaches, and whoever else I work with.
Has all this, all the questions we've had about other stuff that aren't football, has it hardened you a little bit?
Does it what?
Hardened you a little bit?
I don't know if it's hardened me. You got to know what people's intentions are, and that's it. But like I said, we're focused on winning.
Robert, can you talk a little bit about just psychologically how difficult it is from going from God's greatest gift of football last year to struggling a bit this year, just how you've dealt with it personally?
Anytime you lose in the National Football League, there's going to be criticism, and we understand that. The hardest part of all of this is probably the fact that we know that we're not what our record says we are. This is a team game. I'm not going to sit up here and talk about myself. So, like I was going to say, talking to those guys in the locker room, it's we know we're not what our record says we are, and that's what makes it tough. It wouldn't be this hard, and no one would be criticizing if we didn't think we were a good team. If people didn't think we were a good team, and right now we're not. We haven't played like a good team, and we got to get back to that. And that's our focus these next 5 weeks.
Robert, when you looked back at the San Francisco game, how much of it was just a very good defense playing well, and how much of it was you and this team aren't where you want it to be in the passing game right now?
It's a combination of both. We just weren't able to stay on the field on offense, and that just comes. You got to move the ball. You got to be able to run. You got to be able to throw it. You got to be able to do everything. And so, like I said, they are a good defense, but we hurt ourselves there too.
Robert, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for, number one, and what is your favorite Thanksgiving meal?
Thankful for a lot of things. Thankful for family. Thankful for friends. Thankful to God. He puts you through a lot of trials and tribulations in life, but none that you can't handle. Just thank Him that He wakes us up every day, that, there's nothing wrong with me and my family. And, my favorite meal, a little gumbo, sweet potato pie, cornbread, do a little bit of that. And, there's always a reason to smile. And that's why I'm thankful. Because through all this, through all the scrutiny and the way the season's gone for us, there's always a reason to smile. There's always a reason to wake up the next morning if you're so blessed to have that.
How much film you've watched so far, but could you give us a quick take on the Giants defense you're going to be facing?
Yeah, still a dangerous defense, a good team, and we, like I said, we got to be on top of our game. For us, our focus is you have to obviously watch the film and be ready to handle whatever they throw at you, but also we got to make sure that we hammer down what we're doing and really just take it to them as opposed to allowing them to dictate to us.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, guys.